Tansi, and welcome back to more Writing That Works. I'm Janice Cito, Unconventional Advice That Works. I'm author of the series What They Don't Tell You at Orientation. The purpose of these series of short videos is to help people become more confident in writing. Whether it's an academic paper at a college, university, or high school, or if you are writing a report for the job, there's ways to make your writing more effective. In other words, writing that works. So let's take a look at today's tip. I'm calling today's tip, It's Better with Pie. Now let's take a look at a student paper and what they have written, and also what they've presented as a very, very nice graphic. I always emphasize to my classes, use relevant images that work, that help your cause. So we have here skills and professional development. The businesses that require certification identify training that would benefit their employees, which are 35% CPR first aid, 18.2% food safe smarter choices, and 45.5% customer service training. Okay, so those, I would say, they add up to about 100%. So if that's the case, and I'm just going to, yeah, there we are. If that's the case, then what we see here is this is it's a line graph. And this line graph is just not really effective because it shows CPR 35%. It shows the food safe smarter 18.2. Then it's got customer service 45.5, and then driver's training 23.9, and then 8% is heavy equipment. Now, I'm trying to see, and just doing it in my head. It's 58. Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not exactly well represented with this line graph. I'd say for this, you'd probably use a bar graph. That would probably be a better way of representing the image here. And remember that, or I shouldn't say that, I should say that in a previous video that I've had, is rather than just listing these numbers in the order that's given in the survey, go number up or number down. And in this case, the highest number is customer service. So when you are writing it, I'd say you start almost half of these businesses say their hires need to have customer service training because it makes a bigger splash if you put that, because that's almost half, 45.5. It's like gas. People that they hire don't have those basic skills. And so this is something they need to deal with. Now let's take a look at the next section. So it says here, the majority of on-the-job training provided to new employees are 92.5%. Now, I'm not sure what that means. I have a feeling it means that the response to the survey, almost all of them, except 7.5%, say they do training for their new employees, and they do it on the job site. Okay. Now it says, now it breaks it down. 41.8% is offered for jobs advancement, 40.3% is for safety upgrading, and 55% is skills upgrading. So they've broken it down. Now, again, either you go up with your numbers or go down. And in this case, I would say, I would rearrange this. When they say majority of on-job provided new employees is 92.5, I would say, and it seems to me that it'd be better to say almost all of the survey respondents report that they do on-the-job training. So almost all, and 92.5 is almost all. And the reasons for that are, more than half 55.2 skills upgrading, and then job advancements, and then safety upgrading. And you can just list safety upgrading and then in parentheses put 40.3, and then when you're doing jobs advancement, then put that in parentheses right after that. Well, we're not here to copy at this. I'm just here to tell you about how to use Pi. So I'm getting to that Pi, but I thought I'd just give you this. So business identified, they would prefer on-site, in-person, and virtual training. So the businesses want to do on-the-job training because they can be sure that they've taught it, and the students, the new employees, can actually show mastery of it. I think that makes total sense. And I would break up this paragraph. Some of the skilled professions I would just say the top skills, the top skilled professions are just listed right there. There are some times where less is more when you are writing that works. Now let's get to the Pi. Now this is they've represented this in a bar. So from highest to lowest. So we've got the highest, which is in blue color, and then it looks like ranking number 2, and then ranking number 3. So the most preferred time for training is during business hours at 75%. Evenings after work, 22%. That's about a quarter. And then a small number says, I would like to learn on my weekends off. This has been represented as a bar graph. It's more effective if you represent this in a pie. And so I'd say that it's better represented as a pie, because if you add business hours, evenings, and 2.8% together, it is 100. And a pie is the entire, or the 100% of the time for training the respondents. Let's take a look if I put it here. So I've created a spreadsheet using Google Sheets. I've put here the business hours, 75, evenings, 22.2, weekends, 2.8. That adds up to 100. And then what I did was I inserted a chart, and then here is the pie. And this is a much better and accurate representation of the data. So I would then take this, I would save this as an image, and then I would insert it into this draft report, because it's more accurate. So I would replace it with that. Now, the one where you've got the other colors, like ranking, like what's my preferred, what's my second choice, what's my third choice, well, those aren't important for this information. So sometimes when you're writing, it's deciding what you need to put in and what you can leave out in order to make the information that you are presenting pop, make it something that's very obvious to the reader or to the audience member. So this is what I would call it's better with Pi. So I hope that you find this useful into making your reports pop. Choosing whether you use a bar graph, a line graph, or a pie will make the person who is reading it understand exactly what you're trying to say. So I wish you all the luck when you are doing more academic writing, so that your writing is something that absolutely works. So all the best in writing that works. I'm Janice Cito, Unconventional Advice That Works. Please comment, like, and subscribe, so future videos that I put out that are rather short actually show up and you can get it as soon as it's uploaded. We will look forward to seeing you and more Writing That Works videos. Ekazit.